G fam, what's good with y'all boys? It's your boy Easy G back to y'all on the EA Sports College Football 25. And as you guys can read by the title and thumbnail, we are starting our Road to Glory process from Underdog to Hall of Famer. That will be the name of the series right here. We're gonna be starting, I believe, from a 2-star, 1-star. I can't really remember where it's at. I believe it's a 2-star Underdog, 60 overall, all the way to 99. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the journey ahead, but currently we are in our sophomore year, but you guys have some things you got to catch up on in a sense, which is somewhat my fault. I've been playing the game somewhat since the game's been out. Yeah, I don't know what day you guys are going to see this, but this is about the second day of college football coming out or being out for everybody. I've had the game a couple days earlier than normal or usual, so yeah, I finally decided to hop into college football and actually dive in and work in certain things. Yeah, it's a quarterback. We will have two different builds once the game, or once I get a little bit more acclimated, or whenever I'm done with this build, or whenever I'm satisfied to say, hey, let me jump on another character and do him. Yeah, we'll definitely be having two builds, a quarterback and a wide receiver. Any point in the year, we could probably change that and pick a different position, probably a DB, a running back, a quarterback, whatever, is going on at the time. By the time we're even done with one of the builds, who knows? Yeah, I end up going with a scrambling quarterback, I believe, with this video. With this build in particular, I kind of picked my in real life stats to an extent. Kind of wanted to feel 6'5", 250-ish. Yeah, that was kind of the vibe I was going for. I was gonna do a Cam Newton build, but I have more things I want to do. But for right now, we're gonna start off with just my main build. For Road to Glory, at least to start it off. I never recorded a version of NCAA 14 back in the day, so it's kind of cool to have my own perspective with my in real life stats, in a sense. Not stats, but more so height and weight. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do for this build. For now, it's gonna be a process for people who's played Road to Glory or has taken this path from Underdog and trying to work their way up. You kind of know that it is a grind. It's gonna take a while. You're not gonna get in week one, which is why I made certain decisions that I did. As far as these videos, what we're going to do, we're going to kind of separate it into two audios. Now, while I was playing these games up to sophomore year, I didn't really talk, and that's my fault to an extent. I was kind of locked in playing on Heisman difficulty, 15-minute quarters. Yeah, I was very locked in, so it was kind of harder for me. Not hard, but whatever I said was in the moment, whether I was pissed or not. You guys are going to hear that, but to make it a little bit more professional, or to not have certain parts skipped out just because there's no audio, I'm probably gonna voice over majority of the game. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. I'm gonna try my hardest to make sure I do voice it over to an extent, as much as I can. As you guys can see, the build right there, ZG Taylor out of Miami, Florida, right hand, pipeline, South Florida. You see the mental abilities, you see the regular abilities. Now, this part, I didn't necessarily want to go through, read, because I already seen a part of it when they were doing the deep dives. If you guys want to pause it and look, I guess you can, but basically they were just asking me what's important for me to, start my journey off in college. I told them I want to play immediately, have a good scheme fit, and have some form of home field advantage in a sense. Yeah, because no matter what, the plan is not to stay at this first school as a freshman. Our plan is to become the best, if not one of the best college football player of all time. And we got one person in mind, especially at quarterback. And no, it's not Tebow, it's Cam Newton. So for sure, who knows? We might have something by the time we done with our collegiate career and compare stats. Now it's gonna be kind of unfair to compare certain stats, but who knows? The point I'm trying to make is we want to make one of the best players that ever touched this grass. You get what I'm saying? So as you guys see from signing day projection rules, Northwestern Wildcats had the best interest level for me in a sense to at least compete. Every other team said I was on the bench or I wasn't even third on the depth chart. Yeah, I could have went to a 3-star, 4-star school, waited for the seniors to hop out, but I was looking at what's the best possible chance that I could start, even if there is a senior playing right now. And for me, that was the Northwestern Wildcats. As you guys can see, I have now committed ZG Taylor, Miami, Florida, is now committed to Northwestern Wildcats as a second string. Now, in my head, I thought it was a second string, as you guys will see coming up shortly. I believe I'm probably going to show you guys what I'm rocking as far as drip. It's going to change every now and then from part to part, episode to episode, whatever you want to call it. Certain stats, like I said, it's going to vary. This was just me, filling it out, what's what. Yeah, I couldn't even really change to too many cleats due to, what school you go to is whatever brand you're going to wear. So, yeah. Now I'm kind of looking at the depth chart, seeing what I got to work with potentially if we do end up getting a start at any point in this season. That's kind of what I was looking at. What can we work with? And a lot of the guys were seniors. So off the top of my head, the first thing I'm thinking of, there's no way we can stay at this school. Legit, damn near the entire offense is gone. There was no point of even thinking of staying there. Like, everybody is legit a senior for tight end, majority of receiver, damn near all the linemen. So there will be no offense coming off of this. So it didn't make no sense to stay, which is the reason why I said no matter what, this first season, it'll be very, very, very low percentages of us staying at this school. Right now, we just wanted the best opportunity to at least get a game in. Yeah, and then you got these weekly summary things that you have to figure out, and then bam, position battle. Now they're telling me I'm in an active position battle for QB2, which I thought by committing I would already have the second QB spot, but we have to earn our way up. So now we have to go to practice, and after practice, we're going to have to, start up the second QB challenge, or for the second spot, I should say. Yeah, if you guys want to pause this stuff and read it, you guys can go ahead. Just because if you understand what's going to happen with the Underdog story, it's no real reason to kind of watch this unless you want to get an intro for the journey. But, it's cool. I'm not going to keep y'all here too much. I just want to show y'all certain things that happened while we were getting ready for, this first season of college, freshman year. So, yeah. Now we're about to head into the QB battles. I'm going to keep it a bean. I didn't know what the hell I was doing for the first time playing this. I was confused. I didn't read everything, but eventually, as you guys will see, I kind of got ahead and understood it better. So, yeah, I basically have to win 2 out of the 3 pocket presents. This is by far, people, underdogs, blue chips, whatever you are. If you are a quarterback and you want XP, you're on Heisman difficulty, listen to me. The journey you guys will see is from me doing this drill. If there's one thing I could give you advice for, if it's even advice, is to do a drill you are comfortable with. Don't do different drills from week to week unless you want to. But if you want the most consistent XP, you know what you're getting. You want coach trust because that's something you're going to need eventually when you're playing, especially at QB, wanting to change plays or wanting to be in the game for a certain length. You're definitely going to need coach trust. So I would say just do the easier drill. Do the drill that's going to get you the most XP in a sense. And for me, it was pocket presence. It was by far the easiest drill that I've done. Not to say that the other ones weren't easy. It was just the most consistent as far as getting XP, the easiest way. And my character looking like a damn tank out there, man. Just wait till y'all see it, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to make this as fun as possible. The first part is gonna be kind of dry, but trust me, it's worth the wait. I wouldn't say that just say that. It's definitely worth the wait. It's cool. It's like I don't want to spoil nothing for you guys because me voicing this over now, which kind of sucks because while I was playing, I was kind of glued, like. And it's crazy. I never thought, because I was having so much fun playing head-to-head online, I never thought me coming to Road to Glory would have me so glued. Like, legit, once I started it, I probably was on it for 3 hours. Even though I wasn't playing. Hey, all I was doing, these first couple parts, I'll probably trim it down to one part so at least it's quicker by the time you guys will see it. Legit, training in school. If you guys didn't know, I believe you have to keep a certain point of a GPA in a sense. I think you need a 3.0 or 2.0. I can't remember. It's one of those to at least stay and be able to play. If you're below that, which I don't get how you can possibly get below that in this game. I'm on Heisman difficulty, and I'm telling you guys, it's not that hard. So if you guys are playing this, I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. Now I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all boys. This drill was probably the most confusing drill for me at a certain point because I couldn't figure out how the hell to get enough energy to wrap around. But by the time the second, third time I did it, to keep it a bean, I did retry this drill probably 2 times because I didn't get it. Because I was trying to figure out how am I going to run around, get in the circle, get the points, and have these receivers moving. I didn't figure that out until a couple times doing this drill. So that was probably the hardest part. Go again at it. I kind of got an idea how to do it. So now I'm trying to maneuver. As you guys can see, I'm in the dot, in the circle, end up getting the first one. So, mind you, we lost the second battle. We need 2 out of 3 to at least hold this second QB position. Then you guys see I'm trying to run, figure out why the points weren't going through. And to be honest, I was stuck. I did not know why those points wasn't registering. I don't know if you have to run consistently at that point in time. End up getting that off, but you see I wasn't getting as much points with just 2 reps left. It looked like it was a done dollar trying to hurry it, because the one thing I was trying to do, I was not only trying to get in the spot, I was trying to get in the spot and score. So yeah, that definitely made it harder. Then we end up getting an interception, so we end up losing the battle. So not only did we just sign to this school and basically throw away our QB2 chances, we're now the 3rd quarterback on the depth chart. So now it's going to take even longer to even have a chance to get into that number 1 spot. Who knows? It may take the full year. It may take 4 weeks. It may take 2. It may not even take a full week. That's what made this so much more better. But as you guys can see soon, we end up skimming through all this training nonstop from week to week. As you guys can see, I'm gonna keep it being. We ain't play. I don't even know why I did that. We definitely did not play. Um, Week by week, training, school, training, school, training, school. That's all I did. And then as you guys will see, we got a bunch of levels by just simply working out and going to school. Working out and going to school. And as you guys can see right here, I was trying to figure out how far I was from the QB2. And yeah, I was feeling, comfortable to an extent. You know, 2-3, week 7, as you guys can see right here. It's been a long week, and then you guys can see at that top right, skill points 127. Mind you guys, we are at 61 overall. So in my head, I'm thinking, hey, did they just gave us all these skill points for just working out and going to school? Why not use them? Now, I was thinking, I'm a quarterback. What's the most important thing to upgrade? We're going to have the speed regardless. So in my head, let's upgrade the accuracy. The accuracy is going to be the biggest part to us succeeding in our collegiate career. And then we went with quickness. We want that speed. We need that stamina. We're definitely going to need that acceleration with moving in the pocket eventually. Then we need power. We need throw power. As much throw power as we need. As much throwing power as we can get. As you guys can see, we got around 88 throwing power. Then I was looking at the mental abilities. Then I realized there's physical abilities. Physical abilities you have to buy. But in order for you to buy, you have to meet a certain requirement for these physical abilities to come through. That kind of like badges. If you play 2K, you know you need a requirement for certain badges in order to get these abilities in a sense. So that's kind of what we wanted to do. So at this point, I wanted to max out my speed, make sure I was the fastest I was at any point in time. Because the reason I maxed out my speed honestly was for that last drill we lost in. Knowing that we have QB battles, I was pretty... In my head, I was thinking, hey, there's a high chance we're going to have to do this drill again. So I told myself, hey, just max out your quickness. At least you'll have that to max. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have enough speed to maneuver out the pocket. So under 40 skill points left. We just try to make it as well-rounded as possible as we could. Like I said, this is the first episode from 60 to a potential 99. You never know how quick it may happen. We're gonna do a couple more upgrades, and as you guys can see in the first episode, we end up stretching out from a 60 overall to an 81 overall just by simply just hitting the same drill, earning coach trust, going to school, and it was just that simple. Then as you guys can see from here, we end up getting another position battle against the same guy with a 21 overall jump from 60 to 81. And as you guys can see, I was so shocked right here because I'm trying to figure out what happened to my GPA. They just told me I had those grades and I was up. I was, bro, the school part of the bar was max. So I was kind of shocked when I got that message, but I was up and out. I didn't really care. My main focus was winning this position battle, and then we end up going to the drill that we failed for the last time. The last time we did this drill, we didn't do so well. So now that I had a better understanding for the drill, I said, hey, let's go at it. We're faster. We have better accuracies. The likelihood of us losing this, it's very slim. So, I just took this one with a grain of salt. See, I'm trying to evade. I end up getting tackled right there. At this point, I was just trying to say, hey, let me get to the other two drills. Let me go do the other two drills, and then we'll talk about it. You see, I'm trying to maneuver, run. Then that's when I figured out how to do that drill. But then there was an inaccuracy problem that I was dealing with while doing that. So I just said, F it. Let's just go to the next drill. As you guys can see, we end up doing that. End up throwing a little dot to the corner. I don't believe we won that one. Yeah, now we got passing skeleton. I don't believe we did this in the last QB battle. So this was pretty fair fetch. Easy. Didn't have no problems doing this. Just get it to the guy open. It's basically that simple. Get it to the guy open. And I felt like that was probably the easiest drill outside of the pocket one from the first time we end up doing these QB challenges. And we only needed a score of 2,000, so I didn't feel pressured at any point of time doing this. Like, I don't know. I feel like people shy away from like being on the hardest difficulty of games. Like, I hear people say they gotta turn off the difficulty or turn it down. You can't play on this, can't play on that. I feel like if you can't play on the hardest difficulty, you're not gonna get better at anything, let alone just games in general. Like, for me, it's not even that it's a challenge. It's something you have to do. To me, it makes the story, it makes the grind better. Knowing I did something at a certain difficulty compared to doing it where everybody else can do it, it doesn't do it for me. But other than that, as you guys can see, we end up beating that score, so we are good to go as far as this drill being over with. Now we're just having a little fun, trying to get this over with, trying to get a feel for our quarterback. We end up throwing a missile to another comeback route over there, as you guys can see on our right side against our #1 DB. And now we just sitting, taking our time. I ain't gonna lie, I like the way my QB throw that rock. I'm just saying, we got a potential. We got a potential first round pick, man. That's all I'm saying. And then y'all gave us our drill. Y'all gave us pocket presence. And I'm telling y'all right now, if you are a quarterback at any overall, any way you start, if you want XP and you want coach trust, do this drill. It is going to be the easiest thing to do. It's not a method. It's not nothing. And now, I did hear while people were first playing this, it did glitch out to where people got higher overalls quicker than they thought they were. I was kind of hoping, that didn't happen with me. That was my thing. Trying to not have that happen to me. So, yeah, that was my main thing. That's kind of why I didn't want to start Road to Glory so early. But again, when I was in it, I legit couldn't get off of it. So it didn't make no sense to wait for them to patch it or add something new. Like, I didn't think it was a problem. But hey, y'all heard them. Take us to QB2. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm kind of skimming through the process. This is probably going to be the end of the video. Added some physical abilities right there. I just wanted to show you guys that journey from Underdog to Hall of Famer. The first part, first episode, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, who knows what may happen soon. I'm going to give y'all a little spoiler. No Deadpool. Next game we start. Potentially. We have done it. As soon as I say something,